Unconscious influences. Solitude, the safeguard of mediocrity, is to genius the stern friend. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Alan Kay was in line to become the president of one of the country's giant industries, but he had been passed over 2 years in a row. It was an important position and paid not only a very substantial annual sum, but offered a yearly bonus as well. Alan was so angry, frustrated and stressed that he began to have the most severe migraine headaches. Alan had never brought this up at any of the board meetings, thinking that his seniority and outstanding competence would assure his position at the helm. Alas, he had guessed wrongly. Now there were jealousies and resentments, and Alan's health was showing the effects. He became more and more stressed, and his headaches became intolerable. He asked for a leave of absence to pursue some form of therapy. In sessions with a career stress specialist, he recalled an incident in high school that he had long forgotten. Both he and his younger brother had applied for part-time jobs at the school. His brother was accepted for the job he wanted, and he was left out. He had never stopped resenting his brother. As college students, they were not close, and throughout the intervening years, they had continued to be estranged. The specialist helped him to see how unresolved resentment from his early teen years had been undermining his health. All the while, its influence had caused invisible fractures in his character and personality. He was told that his migraines were caused, at least partially, by the unconscious stress of this unresolved emotion. It was explained that the problem would not go away by ingesting pain medication. It was up to him. No one could do it for him. He must revise the high school incident with his brother in creative imaginal experience to include a happy ending. For several weeks, Alan faithfully practiced his revision exercises, and his stresses became noticeably diminished. His headaches were less frequent and less severe. He began to feel a great inner relief, a lightness and new sense of well-being he had not known for many years. His therapist recommended a 15-minute meditation, both morning and night, to clear the cares of the day, and Alan found this to be of enormous benefit. After 3 months' absence, Alan resumed his work free of headaches and free from his unconscious resentments. He is now the president of his company. He and his estranged brother and their 2 families are now close. Alan's mental habits have been brought into harmony with the natural order of life. One of his innovations as president of the company was to establish a stress center where employees could have sessions with a psychologist before minor symptoms became acute, and a child nursery where working mothers could bring their young children and be able to work peacefully, knowing that they were well cared for. The 2 additions paid for themselves in far less absenteeism. Alan now knows that experience and circumstance are the mirror of the mind, and he keeps his thoughts peaceful by his daily silent time. It is the greatest importance that each of us, for even 5 minutes a day, establish a discipline of stilling our thoughts and allowing our forces to return to free-flowing harmony. Even a week's practice will prove its worth in greater clarity of mind and an increased sense of well-being. Should we feel any resentment, it is wise to forgive, regardless of the circumstances. With this attitude, resolution is possible. Otherwise, trouble compounds. We should become ever more alert to the quality of our thoughts and words. An excellent and effective way is to screen our speech with, is it desirable? If not, there is wisdom in silence. Where it is a matter of identifying with a negative, you must be especially cautious. Expressions such as, I am tired, exhausted, ill, unhappy, financially depressed, in need, etc., are creating in your life more of the same thing. Whatever the circumstances, these attitudes and expressions will worsen the conditions. They must be eliminated from your mental habits by replacing them with desirable thoughts. There is no possibility of improving a situation while concentrating upon the undesirable. You should be aware that every condition is the effect of a cause, and if you would change the condition, you must first change the cause. To think and speak about something undesirable is to energize and create or sustain it. To deny it the energy of our attention and direct our forces toward an ideal solution as though it were already present weakens the undesirable and strengthens our fulfillment. Remember that we are enchained to the effects of our mental habits. As our experience is a reflection of our self-programming, we have very little free choice, so we must be cautious about the quality of our thoughts, for it is the cause of our conditions and circumstances. Will you join me, dear friend, in screening our thoughts and words with the mental guardian? Is this desirable? And if not, let us turn at once to the positive, to all that is life, health, and harmony enhancing. Where there is peace and silence, there is neither anxiety nor doubt. Saint Francis of Assisi. End of this chapter.